In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to manage projects in Appwrite. By the end, you'll know how to set up a new project, explore the key areas you'll use every day, and prepare your workspace for authentication, databases, serverless functions, and site hosting. I'll walk you through each action in the Appwrite console and share helpful context so you understand why each step matters. Start by heading to the Appwrite console in your browser and signing in. You'll land in the area where your organizations and projects live. This console is your control center. Everything you configure for your app, users, data, functions, and sites will be managed here. If you're new, don't worry. The layout is designed to guide you through setup. To begin, create a new project. Look for the button to create a project and click it. A dialog will appear asking for a name. Pick a clear, descriptive name you and your teammates will instantly recognize, something like the product name or environment rather than a temporary placeholder. Good naming helps later when you have multiple projects or environments. When you're happy with the name, confirm by creating the project. Appwrite will spin up your project and bring you to a Getting Started view with shortcuts to common tasks. Next, open the authentication section. This is where you manage sign-in methods, security policies, and your user list. For many apps, it's useful to have at least one test user so you can validate your flows early. Click the option to create a user. This opens the user creation form where you'll be able to add a user when you're ready. Even if you're not entering details right now, it's helpful to see where this lives so you can come back and populate it once you define your auth strategy. Keep in mind that the auth area is also where you'll later enable providers and review sessions, so it's worth getting familiar with it. From there, head to the databases section. Databases let you store and query structured data for your app. Click to create a database, give it a sensible name that reflects the data domain, and then create it. At this point, you've established the container for your data. You'll add collections and attributes later as your schema takes shape. A quick tip: decide early how you want to organize collections to mirror your core entities, and think about permissions at the collection level to keep your data secure and maintainable. Now move over to functions. This is where you run serverless code to handle tasks like webhooks, scheduled jobs, or custom business logic. Click to create a function and you'll see options for how to get started. One approach is to connect a Git repository, which is ideal if your team prefers workflow automation and version control from the start. Select the connection option to see the configuration surface. This is where you'll wire up your repo and branch later. Alternatively, you can choose the quick start path, which gives you templates and a fast way to deploy a basic function with your preferred runtime. It's perfectly fine to explore both paths right now so you understand what's available before committing to one. Finally, visit the Sites section to prepare hosting for your front end. Click to create a site, and you'll open the flow that helps you deploy a static site or web app. This is the place to connect your build outputs, set deployment settings, and later add a custom domain. Even if you're not ready to deploy today, having the site entry created keeps your workflow tidy and makes it easier to finalize when your front end is ready. That's the core tour. You've created a project, located and prepared authentication, stood up a database, explored function deployment options, and set the stage for hosting your site. As you continue, keep your naming consistent, document decisions like which auth methods you'll support, and consider roles and permissions before you scale. If you ever get stuck, the console's contextual help and the official docs are great companions. Thanks for following along and happy building with Appwrite.